Brian Insurance. You know, we were talking about Brian Insurance yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
You're coming up on 2 years from now, 100 years.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
Where was the first location? Do you know that by any chance?
It was downtown. I'm not sure which
somewhere.
one of these buildings, but yeah. It was
Becca thought it was back over that direction.
Yeah.
And, which is south of the square.
Yeah. It's kind of funny you said that because I was listening to Christian and
Uh-huh.
I thought, we've been trying to talk about different ways we could celebrate our anniversary. What about Brian Insurance, the musical?
Ooh.
Does that have a ring to it?
Yeah. and it all ends up with Brad.
that sounds.
I wish y'all could see Rick's face.
That sounds like a great thing right there.
I don't know. With your mother-in-law being there, it could be a good soap opera.
Oh.
Christian, I'll bring in Young Frankenstein first.
You guys have no idea. We could fill up 3 musicals probably with information.
I'd love to see all y'all get up and sing. I'd love to see Brad get up.
It's going to be about us. We'll have other actors portray us.
Oh.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, before we get started with our
Yes.
insurance tip of the week, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Now, I'm putting you on the spot. We have not rehearsed this whatsoever. I sold my airplane, and I sold it on Friday, and today the new buyer is picking it up and taking it with him home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm insured. He's got his insurance for his company, but it's been sold. It's being transferred by him. In other words, when he's off the ground here, it's kind of his airplane. At what point do I cancel the policy?
Technically, I'm going to tell you technically and then what I would do, which are 2 different things. Technically, when you no longer own the airplane, when the title is transferred, that's when you're no longer responsible to insure it.
Okay.
I would wait till he safely lands.
That's what I
mean,
said.
it's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's one day. You can still tell them the day you sold it, and they should go back to that date to cancel it. So.
And they normally, the insurance companies, if they're different, and I don't think they are, because as you know, they're all underwritten by the same group. It would be like they would figure it out.
They would.
But I just want to make sure he's covered until he gets it on the ground wherever he's at, and then have fun with it and have a great life.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing when we sold Rick's motorcycle. I knew that we no longer owned it, but we kept the insurance on it till we knew the guy got back safely and got it.
Oh, did he drive it home?
Well, no, but it was a long way.
I got you.
Yeah.
If the trailer would have flipped over.
That way, there's just no question. I mean, I know technically, whenever they take ownership, that's their responsibility. But then you don't have to worry about it. You let the insurance companies worry about it.
Okay.
If something happens.
All right. What do you have for? And sorry to interrupt, but
That's fine. That's fine. So I wanted to talk today about renter's insurance, which is if you live in a home, apartment, wherever you live, if you do not own that property, so therefore you're not carrying a homeowner's policy, you can carry a renter's policy, and it covers your contents, the things that you own, for loss, for example, from fire, theft, that kind of thing, as well as liability. They're typically not expensive. So I would recommend anybody, if you're living somewhere where you do not own the residence and therefore do not have a homeowner, that you look into this, at least get a quote. But I read an article the other day about why people should especially think about renter's insurance during the holidays. Mm-hmm. And one of those reasons is that, unfortunately, fires are just more frequent during the holiday season as far as residences go. There's the Christmas trees that can catch on fire and the lights and all that, but also heating because it's typically colder, and whether you have a space heater or something. So just those different reasons that can cause a fire. For some reason, there are more fires during the Christmas season in residences. So that would be something that if you had a renter's policy and there was a fire and your stuff was ruined, you could get more stuff. So nobody wants to have to go out and replace all of that. And then something we talked about last week about those porch pirates, people that unfortunately, there's more fires during the holiday. There's also more home break-ins during the holiday season. And so you may have extra things at your home because you've purchased gifts for people or whatever. And to me, it's not the money as much because we don't spend a whole lot of money on Christmas. It's having to go back out and find all that stuff again. I can't even imagine. It's hard enough to get it done the first time. But anyway, so you have things, and unfortunately that makes thieves more interested in trying to get in places and steal because they know you have extra things there. And then the third one is slip and falls, people that are just in your home and get hurt. You even have a holiday party, your friends come.
Can't you just say, I didn't ask you to come to begin with?
You can say that. But
You got to give them to sign a form saying, I didn't ask you.
yeah, but you
Way to
know.
go, Grandma. Thanks for ruining Christmas.
way to go.
And you kind of hope, that if you've invited your friends over for a party and they fall down because they tripped or something, they're not going to sue you. However, better safe than sorry. There's also a coverage on those policies called, most of the time, there's a coverage called medical payments, which is typically about $1,000 to $5,000 coverage, where it would pay for doctor bills for anybody that got hurt on your property, whether it's your fault or not. So maybe keep them from suing you. So those are just 3 reasons you really need it all year long, and especially because it's so inexpensive. It's usually under $200, depending on where you live. And of course, obviously, the limit of contents coverage that you have matters too. So that's my tip.
It wouldn't be too much at our house. They come up there and fall down. They're like, there's nothing to get, so we're just we're good.
What's the joke? The guy, we woke up and somebody was robbing us, looking for money, and we got a flashlight and was helping him. Something like that. I don't remember.
By the way, Stacy said that the big joke running around on the Facebook pages is to put all of your stuff you don't want anymore in an Amazon bag and put it on the
Put it out on the front porch.
That's a good idea.
All right. Hey, thank you so much, Sonia, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
Sonia.